Hello again everyone and good evening, welcome back. This is Noire on the Nintendo Switch. Let's resume play right away. So this will be part, how far am I now? Part 5 if I'm not mistaken. This is part 5 and I think I should be done with the game tomorrow. We're gonna be finishing the Vice part of the game just now. And get on with the arson part of the game, and then I believe right after that we should and then tomorrow I think we'll finish arson and that'll be the end of it. That's all I wanted to say. Hold on, because I've got some things to set here. Am I at the Chinese theater, or do I still have to drive there? Or no, I already did that? I already did that? Yeah, I think I did that after, yeah, after that car chase that I finished with yesterday.
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
There, light them up.
Mickey Cohen.
All right, let's kill these rat bastards.
On the roof, Cole, nail them.
On the roof? What roof? What roof? Oh, yeah, there.
Keep moving, I'll cover you. Give me some cover. They're making a run for it after them.
All right.
Clear me some space here.
I took like 100 bullets through my body.
I got it. I'm gonna put out an APB on every one of the sons of bitches on that list.
APL to car 11K. Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Hey, Courtney Sheldon is at Hollywood Station requesting an interview with Detective Cole Phelps.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's not correct protocol, 11K. I'll take that as a roger.
Car 11 King.
Well, I'll be damned. That's not correct protocol, 11K. There.
You know the way. You can drive.
Besides, it's your car, so I don't want to be blamed for any scuffs.
Roy, in my office, if you please.
I'm working a major case. I'm not close, Cap. It's gonna have to wait.
Let Phelps do the interrogation.
But Cap,
No buts. This is more important.
Something to do with that flashback, the thing from the newspaper. Okay, where is he? Interview room 1?
You're in interview
Ah,
two,
interview
Phelps.
2. I just passed it, didn't
There's
I?
a quack in there with him.
What gives?
Is this your attorney?
No, detective. This is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He came down here to help me out.
How do you do, sir?
You stole the
do you do,
morphine from
sir?
the Cool Ranch.
You can't prove that.
Let's see if I can try. And what is your relationship to Sheldon, sir?
Tutor, mentor. Mr. Sheldon is a medical student of mine. He has a very bright future.
Oh, that's nice to know. Too bad all of your war buddies won't get to see your graduation. I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll about their involvement, but that's difficult, considering they're all dead. That leaves you, Sheldon.
You can't blame their deaths on me, Phelps.
His name was on the document that I got yesterday. I think it was in the shooter's notebook. Notebook recording meeting between Courtney Sheldon and Mickey Cohen. Ah, yeah, there we go.
You're lying, Courtney. The other guys aren't smart enough to attempt something like this. You either give it up, or I go after Jack for it.
And how do you prove that, Cole?
Anyone seen where Miss Wells went?
We know about your showdown with Cohen. We found notes on your guys.
Cohen is hitting our old. He believes we have the morphine. I told him that we don't have it. And that's the truth. Isn't it, Doc?
I believe Mr. Sheldon. I think he's telling the truth, detective.
You were on the ship, Sheldon.
Yes, that's correct.
So you had opportunity.
But it doesn't mean that I was involved.
Okay, do I have something? Carbon copy of SS Coolridge Manifest with handwritten location details? No. Well, this doesn't link him personally to it, this thing. Notebook recording meeting between Courtney Sheldon and Mickey Cohen. Murdered Marine Walter Beckett. Tell Courtney, bad luck, it was worth a try. Hold on. Business card for Lenny Finkelstein. Polar Bear Ice Company General Manager. That doesn't have anything to do with him. That's basically the same thing as the shooter's notebook, I think. Let's see where this is going with the accused.
So you don't mind that the mob executed McGoldrick, Driscoll, and Beckett to get to you?
I don't know why you're trying to pin this on me. Where's your proof?
Beckett had a message for you before he died. Bad luck. It was worth a try.
I feel bad about Beckett, Phelps. He was a hard charger. Those guys deserve more. I don't blame them for taking their shot.
Have you finished, detective?
I'm just getting started. You have an answer for everything, Courtney. Let's hope Jack does, because now I'm going after him. Is there anyone you're not prepared to sacrifice?
Jack is not in this. He's a good guy.
You or Jack, Courtney. I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
What are you offering, Cole?
Don't be ridiculous, son. This man is gambling.
What's your offer?
Doctor, good to see you.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Upstairs in my office now.
This man is about to confess.
As of now, you're suspended from duty, pending a fitness review.
What are you talking about?
You heard the man, Phelps. Upstairs and face the music like the hero you were.
What we saw in the flashback is happening.
Certainly had us fooled, detective.
Phelps, you're one of my favorite sons. You've broken this old man's heart.
Sir, what is going on?
You're suspended, Phelps. Hand over your badge and gun.
Don't keep him waiting.
What is going on here?
Your wife's attorney has pictures of you and the German. Compromising pictures.
She's pressing charges. You'll be formally charged with adultery. A criminal cannot serve as an LAPD officer, as I'm sure you're aware.
I don't
Okay.
understand.
How could you do it, lad? Your wife, your children. Consorting with the enemy and a dope fiend at that.
Consorting with the
You're
enemy.
lucky the war is over. You'd be
Because she's
The
German?
department doesn't need this kind of publicity, Phelps. Hand over the gun, keep your head down until your board hearing. I forbid you to make any comments to the press.
If I'm not a policeman anymore,
What the hell were you
I don't see how you can command me to do or not do anything. Jeez. Okay, I'm not saying that what he did was right. You should never cheat on anybody. But all the same, losing your job because of it? Seriously?
Marie, listen, Marie, I
I need to explain. What's there to explain?
You're upsetting the girls.
Let me see them, Marie. They're my daughters.
Go to her, Cole. You have done enough damage here. Do you want me to call the police?
For God's sake, Marie. Can't we at least talk?
What is there to talk about? Do you love her? Do you? What were you thinking? What about our children? Can you imagine what this has been like for them? Go away, Cole. My father has hired an attorney and you will be hearing from him.
I'd like to explain, Marie. I'd like to tell you what I've been going through.
What you've been going through. I have had reporters camped out on the front lawn all morning. I can't stand it, Cole.
I shouldn't have done that. What the fuck is up, Rudy? Apparently this guy's a cheat, he slept with another woman, and so that warrants him losing his job. The fuck is up? I'm alright, if that was the intent of the question. Doing fine. Ah, well, he's gonna go back to his German lady now, I guess. Chief of Police said, I forbid you to speak to the press. So, hello? And I guess that is that. Hey, nice. Equal damage, city damage. Yeah, there were some car chases in this one, so I'm bound to have caused some damage in the process. Despite mob wars and an unsolved robbery, one story will dominate the newsprint. Demoted, arson desk, Wiltshire Police Station, Division 7. Gets in trouble for cheating, cheats again. Well, I guess he figures, well, if I'm gonna get in trouble for it, might as well get my... might as well get it for all it's worth. Something like that. The gas man. Dick sucked. That's the phrase you wanted. I know he's sabotaging the houses that are being built for the war vets. Was that it?
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like porking that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps.
Well,
I hear you're a good case man.
that's good for me.
But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, Detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Okay, jeez. Alright. I'll take the lead.
Say all's fair in love and war.
How long is this gonna take?
He seems nice.
Something here? I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free. You know how dangerous that is? Is this a picture of your car?
Okay, you're taking forever, partner. This is our car? Oh. Okay, I have to pick one of the two. Okay, I'll drive for the first time.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? We'll look somewhere else.
That's encouraging.
Any available unit meet the
This is how it's
officer
going to
to
be,
event
partner?
just occurred.
I already told you,
At
I don't do
253 Main
partners.
Street, units to
I seen
handle
you on
code
the
2
first day
identified.
here, walking into the station, chest puffed out like a little kid at his confirmation. You wouldn't have given me the time of day. And now you need somebody. That somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong...
Well, the speech will have to wait till later. Wait a minute. Ah, this one's been what? Destroyed? I thought it was that one since it was down.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps.
Eh.
It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is now that pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house.
That sounds convenient, that all the houses in the block are disappearing,
His wife.
making room for new ones.
Come on, Phelps.
Mr. Steffens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent.
Gulliver's Travel Agency, yeah. What's there to see? Travel competition.
Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
It's possible that they were handpicked.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Why not? Or maybe he did. Looks a bit nervous.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. Now, my house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment.
Alright.
Well, gotta look for clues. Ah, yeah, I got a ring for that address or whatever that was.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out after work. He's the cop who arrested that movie producer.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. Do you have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks, ma'am.
Well, gotta look for clues.
That son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed the gun at me.
Damn. This kind of thing breaks your heart. But we've done all we can do here.
Maybe in the debris? Nope.
Not sure this means much.
Shoot.
Seems irrelevant.
But no. No, never mind. What's that? Not important. There we go.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Okay. Franklin Manning, Matthew Ryan. For the last 3 years. That seems to be all. Okay. No, not that way. Go back. He's the dirty cop from the newspapers. Okay, let's go to the other location, the other house fire. Your partner cannot drive at this time. He won't. He won't do me a favor.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Okay. If I see smoke, I'll know it's here. Now, keep going.
No turn here, Cole. Next left.
Ah, yeah, this is where they're building all these new houses.
Keep going through the turn. At the next turn, take a right. No need to turn at the next intersection. Hang a left up there.
Well, there it is. Ah, the corner is here. Someone died in this one.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater exploded.
Another one?
Looks that way. Insta-Heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
If it's been serviced by the same person, though, then we'd have something to go on. Where was the heater? Where can I find it? Is it on the outside?
Mal. You gonna stick it out, Cole?
I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater.
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Where is that water heater? Maybe it was installed on the inside in this house? Ah, that's a clock. Nothing to do with it. Okay. This used to be the kitchen. No, it's nothing to do with it. Would have expected the heater to be at least close to the kitchen or the bathroom, but nah, never mind. Ah, hello.
Hey, Biggs. Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor. Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip
Catalina
somewhere,
Island.
but little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Same as the other house.
Been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Come back here, you pyromaniac. Yeah, this is pretty sus indeed.
Stop! LAPD!
We got an idea on the firebug. Stop right there.
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
Son of
I
a
keep
bitch.
myself to myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still
These guys are
investigate
dead.
the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Where to next? Were we done here? Cause he stepped into the car, but were we actually done? No, we weren't done.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
Yeah, if the music is still going on, I think I have to find more evidence. The clock will tell you the time. I ignored it before. No? No? Come on. Come on. Just look at it, damn it. It tells you what time it stopped. 5 something. No? Or maybe not, I don't know. Okay, look. Well, sometimes the music doesn't stop for whatever reason, so... If I'm not meant to find this...
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Okay, let's go to the agency. One of my streams on this game when put on YouTube, it got copyright flagged for some of that old, like, how many years old is it by now? 80 years old music still gets flagged for copyright infringement on YouTube. No, I'm not too surprised. You get flagged for like 5 seconds
Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. John Cunningham.
of that
Can I help
music
you, gentlemen?
on a 4-hour video.
The Sawyer family of 44.
We're gonna be putting ads on that. Thank you very much.
Run by your company. Yes, I remember them.
Can't monetize it. Not that I do anyway. I don't monetize anything.
Very unfortunate. Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Sawyer.
The Sawyer family. Rosewood
Cancelled.
Avenue. Here they are. Steffens.
Suburban redevelopment.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were. You do a lot of these prizes. Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
You're squinting too much.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Megasus.
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who's won.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. Just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you?
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Nice. Think we might want to talk to that suburban development thing. You can drive.
Can you drive to this one?
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
Elysian Fields development site.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Well, there's Leland Monroe. He's on the wall.
So Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Data reports and requisitions must be addressed. Suburban redevelopment and submitted in triplicate. Failure to submit dailies is grounds for dismissal. Incorrectly filled supply requests will be ignored. From Mr. Leland Monroe.
It's not much I can tell you. Just that these Elysian boys pay good, and I don't ask questions.
I don't ask questions. Okay, the chief of the fire department wanted to see me.
You're behind the wheel.
Because he has a theory.
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
We came as soon as we could.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
It's not the same name as the other one, though. I think it was a Ryan guy.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
No, hold on. Don't screw this, Rudy. There are so many combinations. Oh my god, you're telling me I can become famous if I just want to pay money and buy followers? What will they invent next? Yoo-hoo, we gonna be famous! Let's go! Okay, that looks wrong.
Come on, Phelps. You need to get the arrangement right before we can reproduce the results.
Come on! Not this one, the balloon.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
What, the rest, is it alright? What, you telling me this is not good?
Try again, Boy Scout.
Try again, Boy Scout.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the...
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Well, it's our job to make it so that there won't be a next show. Sorry, but...
Phelps, that's him. Ben Cop. He's on the front page.
Locations, Insta-Heat Factory.
You can drive.
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
The guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Insta-Hate. LAPD.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
The word abbreviation.
Ah, you could have kicked the door open.
What happened to that fella of yours, Doris?
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
The heck?
What, that?
I didn't come to California.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
It's a heater? Hotcakes? Get it? Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm stumped. Ideas? Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
That would have been tampered with someone by someone who knows how these things work. So maybe someone from the factory.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then
But those have been serviced yearly, so...
Doing the repairs on the heaters. They're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
Reginald Varley and Matthew Ryan. What was that last one?
I think you're lying, Rasick. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
Well, one of those two.
What about Reginald Varley?
You know about Varley. He's on the run for a divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasick?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going
Okay,
crazy.
do we have Varley and Ryan in there?
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that
Varley,
whole list.
Reginald, and Matthew Ryan. Okay, contacts.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
It's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear a
Ah, there it is.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
What, is your eyesight gone?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
He'd be out by now.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Let me guess, it's right under the light.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr.
Ernesto Acevedo, Matthew Ryan.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine. Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
Anarchist pamphlets.
Don't think this is anything.
Okay, Varley. Which one? I know Clemens. Another anarchist pamphlet.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
And was Varley. Well.
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
Outdoors and indoors.
Say, whatever happened to that fella of yours, Doris?
What, we're not done? Further investigate. Okay.
Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Varley looks like a likely suspect. Reginald Varley.
Let's play horse. I'll be the front end and you.
Where is he? Hmm?
Walked out on his wife.
Is it this house? What am I looking for? Insta-heat factory. What, I'm still at the factory? I don't get it. What am I supposed to do here? Varley. You drive.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
This partner is one of the good ones. He's easier to get along with than the others.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Come on, Varley. You can't keep running forever.
Obstruction, I say.
You run all the way from Michigan, Reginald? The only reason why some people about
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest is
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to Clemens's.
You know the way. You can drive.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
What you want?
You know Reginald Barley?
No? Can't say I do.
You being smug with me?
Detroit PD is after Reginald Barley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting, Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Doesn't
He's full of shit.
Spreads around again.
Yeah, he definitely is.
You're licensed and work for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
Okay, yeah, no, you're hiding something.
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No.
What a king.
Don't know the name.
Don't know the name? You work with him. No? You show the... where is it? List of gas fitters. Yeah.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that?
Ah, the
wise guy?
pamphlets?
What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
I was going for the other thing, actually. I thought the line of questioning would be a bit different.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Okay, there was a third one. Ryan.
Can you drive to this one?
Make sure
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs. Arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said...
Son of a bitch.
Shoot him, partner!
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
He's going to
Ah!
kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close it, Phelps.
Ah.
We need to take Ryan
Like to
down
see you
before he
try.
hurts somebody. He's in a company van and he's losing us, Cole.
The terrain does not lend itself well to a car chase.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
I think I ran over someone.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close it, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down.
Oh, but
before he
come on,
hurts
what did I
somebody.
hit?
I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
I was trying to knock him out. Come on.
He's got an arson-related assault charge, and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Come on.
Lay into his wheel well. Come on.
Give it up, LAPD. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Huh.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
You're behind the wheel.
All right. Where to?
That's him. Ben Cobb. He's on the front page of the Times.
Boy, howdy. He sure can play these drums.
Okay.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Farley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
You gonna trust me with something? Or can I go back to sleep?
Which one is this? That's Ryan? Yeah.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Anarchist literature.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, what about those pamphlets in your locker, huh?
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
Yeah, these.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
What was that he said? The guy who showed me, yeah. Factory manager Ivan Rasik testifies the ease of pressure regulator tempering. Yeah, if he is a technician, you wouldn't know how.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do
there.
repair.
He's saying the same thing I did.
And how do you think you can prove that?
I don't need to, your boss did it for me.
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You'd just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, What was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
He's in on it. What? Under the guise of doing it to paint a bad image of the company because he's a commie. He's working for those other guys at the same time.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Oh, well, thank you for that. Attempted murder charge.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
We've been told different from the on the telephone earlier.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
Because we have your criminal record. It's Ryan's. Yeah.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it.
What was it? Phaistos? Yeah.
Phaistos Water Heater Company.
Makes sense since he already mentioned it before. But let's leave it for now.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure.
I want to ask a few questions to the other guy. We can
carry out.
we can convince Vic both at the same time, I think. Charging the suspect will close the case. Okay.
I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. I speak to Varley.
Yeah, and since I'm already under heavy fire for sleeping with a German, apparently, we may not want to give them any reason to question the fact that the case was properly handled. Interrogation 1, where is it? Or 2, more. Ah, here? Let's follow the
We
procedure.
have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Is that the one where I have the serviced by Varley? Is that the one? Sawyer, yeah, family heater destroyed after being serviced by Reginald Varley. Yeah, I think that's the one.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was
Yeah,
there
but
or
you
not?
were there. Yeah, we have the evidence for that.
How can you
Okay,
prove
yeah,
that I
that's the one then. Heater serviced by Varley. Yeah, and he's clearly nervous about something.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me. Suburban, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
That's what the other guy said? Or one of the two? Gas fitter Matthew Ryan testifies to Varley conspiring with Suburban Development. Yeah, that must be the one.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting...
That's what Ryan said. Well, Ryan testified against you, though.
Ryan says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. He'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Okay, he's lying again. The mosquito coils, was that in his locker or was that Ryan? It was in his locker. But the other guy is not innocent either, though, so I guess they did different houses.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on. Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk. Guy gave his wife. Say all's fair in love and war.
You need me to sign some papers or something?
I don't think you're a fool.
Where was interrogation warning? Ah, yeah, here.
Goddamn captain expect me to resubmit the paperwork.
Well, I got to choose. My money is on this one.
Matthew Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me?
Oh.
I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
I didn't kill that family. It wasn't me.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp on my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
A lollipop or something? Yeah, well, city damage, yeah, on that chase, I did cause some damage to the city. Matthew Ryan fronts the grand jury with 4 murder charges around his neck. Sounds like a good resolution. Maybe I could have charged the other guy as well. Yes, I did too. I guess that doesn't count. As long as the benches and post boxes of the city are alright, I guess they don't care. LAPD, sorry, I mean, U.S.
You're 2
Marines.
blocks behind first and second.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
A walk in Elysian Fields.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Okay.
Can you take these bracelets off?
There he is.
They hurt.
Look up in the papers. You should be ashamed of yourself, young man.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna live with the shame.
I'm no yeg. I scat the scratch.
I can tell you
That's so
are
wrong? So I just fill my
Yeah, I'm
cup.
thinking of moving up
Can
to
I
a
cut out
45.
now?
I want to put them down to 1 round.
Don't throw it around. Were you there?
Locations. Ah, well, the destination is already set. I'll drive. Hold on. Hey, get in car, partner. I'm driving this time. For better or worse. Well, that's not a great start.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget I.
I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
Well, the new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any Century unit,
Shit,
211 in
Chuck.
progress, 522
Yeah, I
South Hill Street,
yeah,
unit
that's
handle code 3 identified.
He's still in custody, Hirsch.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Oops.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
Okay. Gotta turn left when I can. Make way! Oops!
Oh, for God's sakes.
Ah, that's the house that burned. Brothers, how's it going?
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs. Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
What the heck?
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation.
In that position?
Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Why are they in that position, though? Is no one gonna comment on that among the cops?
What are we doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
Ah, okay, if you say so.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
Sure, it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Jesus Christ.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the
That
same
genuinely took me by surprise, and I was genuinely grossed out.
You need to find out what's eating Biggs.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me, and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Yeah, you have a good memory because I couldn't remember that.
We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
No, indeed, I'm not. Sorry. Insta Heat again.
Looks like the
Reginald
same
Varley again.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
And that's what a gas explosion will do. We heat the house with gas now here. Our house. That's reassuring.
No good to me.
Okay, seems to be all. Well, an explosion.
I don't think so.
That'd be a cool way to die, though, just saying. Don't think there are cool ways to die. Death ain't cool, no matter how. What's that? Fly spray? Unimportant. What's that thing? Is it a central heater or something? Okay, go back up. My pants ain't even wet. Baseball. Maybe around the house. Maybe something I overlooked. Something there. This. Housing development burns.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you help me.
Some great psychiatrist. Top-notch work there. Most of them are charlatans anyway. Is it that? Neighbor, you have to... Oh, wait.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Calderon.
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
What's that, boondockers? Military shoes?
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
And then what
That's
happened?
incorrect.
It was like Pearl Harbor with bits of the house raining down. Blew out all of our windows that faced the place.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
It's hard to tell. Maybe he's hiding something, but he doesn't think it's important. I don't know.
Sure, Mr. Foreman. There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
I'll have a patrolman come by and take your statement. Hopefully you'll be a little bit more cooperative with him.
Come on, kid. I'm doing my best here. You were talking about the competition, right? Catalina Island? I've got one of the flyers in the kitchen if you're interested.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Yeah, unfold it. What is it?
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Elysian Fields?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
It's the same thing?
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Win a trip to Catalina Island, Ring, Michigan, 9:45. To call.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Message.
Investigate Elysian Fields.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. That's about all I've got to say about it.
Okay then, well, before we go shake the big boss, let's go visit that other location then.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Possesses a clear working majority in both branches of Congress. The capital...
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart mouth
fray.
son of a bitch.
Okay already.
Stand down. That's an order.
We're gonna have to pacify these police saps.
You just tap buttons.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Let me guess. Insta heat again? But there's no music. It stopped. What, there's nothing to find? Ah. Now the music starts again. Ah. What?
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Yeah, a present to veterans. Yeah, I think it's that part that I remembered. That they were being poorly made. Okay. Well. That's not good.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Oh, I know. I know what we're gonna do. Let's borrow the fire truck. It'll be fun. Come on, partner. Let's go. No.
You can drive.
But if the skipper sees us driving around in this, we're dead. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing?
We're gonna look glorious. Come on, get in. Just because you can. Technically, for 100%, you have to have driven every type of vehicle in the game, so technically you're supposed to do that at some point. In my case, I've already completed the game 100%, so I don't have to do it again. It's hard to turn with this thing, though. Yeah, that was kind of a pain in the ass indeed. It's not a terribly long game to finish 100% if you're using a guide to find some of the more tedious stuff. Took about 55 hours to complete the first time. I mean, having accomplished everything anyway. Oops. The cutscene will not play when you arrive, if you arrive in that vehicle. Ah, no, okay, there we go.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gent?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen.
Denethor, the steward of Gondor. The throne of Gondor is mine!
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian linked to arsons.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybill.
God damn it, I don't know how to approach this because if he's a friend of the mayor, can I go about shaking him hard? Bad cop.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground.
He's just gonna tell you that he has nothing to do with it.
Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
The guy who told us that the competition was fixed, that wasn't the previous case. I don't think I have that here. Yeah, so I can't bring that up as evidence here, I suppose. Although, well, no, because there's a little, how do you call that? The little part of the flyer that you cut off. That's got the competition on it and his face on it.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Oops, yeah, that's gonna be a bit complicated. Local land acquisitions.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
He looks pretty smug. Looks pretty proud of himself with that one. That's the American way. Should I play along, actually? Maybe play good cop for this one. It's tempting. Poor cement quality. Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with this, though. I know. No, okay.
For the greater
Okay,
good.
okay. That was wrong.
Man standing in defiance of what you think is best for the city. I thought an American's home was their castle.
I'm not sure I like your tone, son.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
The burnt building shows evidence of poor build quality and low-grade materials.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire.
We ought to pay them a visit then.
Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund? You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
Think of your pension, boy.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Bradley? No. Paul Jones? No. Is there any name in there I should recognize? Hi, Smiles. Thank you for the follow.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Well, didn't she have a phone? No, okay. Not at that desk, I take it. Downstairs? Ah, okay.
Your boss is a fine man.
That's him. That's the cop.
No.
He tried to poke me in the nose.
Okie dokie.
Operator, give me R&I.
Give us the address of Fire or whatever the name was.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding Herbert
no,
Chapman?
okay, that's the one.
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
What now?
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful
1940s Los Angeles. Murder crimes, arson cases to solve. That sort of thing. And conspiracies between politicians and the chief of police and stuff.
Buy me a drink,
Hey,
Cole?
Roy.
No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
Oh, okay.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Hey, he can pay his bill.
You get the message about...
I don't want that on my tab, alright?
Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phillips. Monroe's
As
an
pleasant
asshole.
as ever.
So
Yeah,
is Earl.
isn't he?
So is McKelty when it's all said and done.
Ah, this is for me. This is 11 King.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Okay, well, we're headed there then.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California.
Oh, he's involved in that too?
Cross from time to time. For some reason.
After the traffic of morphine cigarettes?
Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
the
whoa.
rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Yeah, Sheldon didn't give him up, I guess, on the stolen morphine cigarettes case. Make way! That's a long way. Building new houses. Are we there yet? Just what I'm trying to drive for once. Ah, okay, we're here.
Take a right.
Okay, it's here. Chapman's apartment, 9:17 a.m.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. Is there some kind of problem?
Moskill.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Well, this one hasn't been used yet.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Mm.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Okay, what's this? Another one of those flyers? Okay.
Definitely gives.
Ah, yeah, he has a full box of them.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Ah.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I'm gonna have to derail it.
We gotta move fast, Cole.
They're gonna have to derail the tram. He's got it hijacked.
Car dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. Requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously.
And we're driving dangerously too.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
I can't push him off the rails. Whoa.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake.
They're metal wheels. It's not like they're tires or something. How do you want to damage that thing?
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
Ah. Okay.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Oh, Richard Nixon a crook? Yeah, I mean, are you kidding? No. Who'd ever think that? What crazy ideas are going through your head?
What is it?
No fucking way.
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts.
Yeah, good to him, but don't mention me.
Elsa,
That's what
take
it
this
means.
money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Well, he seems to be doing fine, even without his wife and kids. Sad for the kids, though. City damage. Probably gonna be a lot. Oh, not more than that. Chapman takes his motive and any possible ties to Monroe and Elysian Fields to the grave. Oops. There may have been a better way to resolve this case. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it was scripted to end that way. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just that I caused too much damage with the cars and stuff. House of Sticks.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Oh, I'm controlling this guy now? Interesting. I don't remember this. Hold on. I want to see how many cases are left after this one. At least 2. Okay. So at least 2. Well, this may be the last one I do tonight then. Leave some for tomorrow. Dear Miss Lichtman, pertaining to the matter of policy number that much and the sudden death of Mr. Louis Jan Buchwalter, I am writing to inform you that you have been named as sole beneficiary of Mr. Buchwalter's estate. Please find attached settlement check for $20,000, the maximum payable amount in accordance with Clause 4A of the Life Care, Disability, and Accidental Death Policy with Mr. Buchwalter held. Mr. Buchwalter held. If you wish to dispute the settlement, you may contact our account management office by return mail or by phone during office hours with condolences and a check.
There's no need to come to the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
I don't accept the settlement.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
Property address, Elysian
There's got to be more.
Elysian Fields. February 23rd, City of Los Angeles. Against loss or damage not exceeding $900. What am I looking for? Ah, this. While in the employ of Elysian Fields Development, Louis Jan Buchwalter was killed when the roof of the property on which he was working collapsed. On Tuesday, 28th January at approximately 8:30 in the morning, Mr. Buchwalter was ascending the roof structure of a property at the Normandy Avenue development when a fault in the ridge beam caused it to sag. Witnesses report that Mr. Buchwalter slipped and attempted to right himself by holding onto a ceiling rafter, but the rafter broke. Mr. Buchwalter fell approximately 23 feet to the ground. His falling weight caused several ceiling joists to snap, and these fell inward along with part of a fabricated roof truss. An autopsy later revealed that Mr. Buchwalter's cranium was shattered, probably when he struck his head on one of the roof beams. He sustained significant internal injuries as a result of the falling timber and died of internal hemorrhage approximately 10 minutes after the initial roof collapse. Independent testing of the ridge beam and roof
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall.
truss has determined that faults in the timber were undetectable prior to installation. Witnesses report that Mr. Buchwalter was following all safety procedures. It is the opinion of this investigator that the death of Louis Jan Buchwalter constitutes a genuine and unavoidable industrial accident, and no fault can be ascribed to Elysian Fields Development. The insurance benefits associated with this policy should be paid in full to the designated beneficiaries.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
Good cop is not the right way to go about it.
This was an industrial accident.
How do you know that?
Because it says right here in black and white.
Do you believe everything that you read, Mr. Kelso?
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
This is hiding something, the way she
You
acts.
expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
4 years on Ellis Island?
So the roof collapsed, accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address. Not the phone number.
Pretty smooth, Jack. Pretty smooth. Yeah, sure.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs.
Well, that didn't take long.
Come on, I'll walk you up.
I don't want you investigating this case.
I got a call back to that Universal Chorus line. I can't really help. You're a guy? Must be going crazy.
Mr. Benson? You wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lichtman in the lobby.
I think I had to interrogate this guy for a case,
Call
no?
me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lichtman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think.
The beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter, he was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar
That doesn't sound good.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Your car, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks, kid.
Locations. Oh well, okay, it's already selected for me. That's not very suspicious at all. I got no partner to drive for me in this case. Ah, no, actually, he drives by himself if you hold the button anyway. Ah, we've been here before. Dun, dun, dun. Cement delivery receipt.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
What does he mean, how to mix it? $42 a ton. 14.50. Base building sand, coarse. Quarter-inch graded aggregate.
Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Delays will not be tolerated. Order of demolition. The City of Los Angeles, pursuant to Section 191, Part 1, Subsection A of the California Building Code, hereby
Bulldozing and starting
orders
again.
that any building work at the Normandy Avenue subdivision associated with the incident of the January 28th, 1947 be immediately demolished and all building material removed from the site.
Hey! You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
Ooh, you make me drop my hat.
You're a real
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
It's just pointing me in the right direction in the first place. Okay. Pick up your hat. There we go. Yeah, the lumber used for those buildings is paper thin or something like that, isn't it? Which one did he say it was? That one over there? A pile of rubble? Yeah, I should have paid more attention to what he was actually saying. Actually, the location isn't here. Okay. Okay, I was just looking at where that house is supposed to be located, and apparently I forgot to pick up the address and phone number of the lady of Elsa. Well, that can't have been far. There we go.
The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
Not for construction use. You don't say. Come on. Come on, it's written right on it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Just have to look at all of them.
Let's try to piece this together.
Keystone film props.
That's not right. Keystone Films. Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Uh-oh. It's that guy from before.
Son of a bitch.
Ah! Okay, well, that happened. You have to shoot the guy? But I can only do it if I'm higher than he is. From here. It's not so easily done, I'm afraid. You get no time to react at all. No, I don't want to skip it. I want to be able to do it right. That's all. Don't want the game to play itself for me.
Son of a bitch. Oh, shit.
No, but I didn't ask him to go that way. I was trying to turn around and he just went straight ahead instead. Come on now.
Son of a bitch.
Well, that's just to slow him down, apparently.
Oh, shit. Come on, Jack.
Well, he's not getting out of there. Okay. I'm just gonna casually leave in my car. Well, I guess I'm no cop, so I can't arrest a guy or anything.
America is the lucky country, and California is one of the finest jewels in America's crown. A land warmed by the sun and cool
I have to trace it? I have to use a phone?
prosperity. I am the Leland Monroe, folks, and today my company, Elysian Fields Developments, is offering you a chance.
Broad has socks
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, hold on. Before we go, I'd like to get back to my desk. Well, I'm not gonna be able to set it automatically through here, so I'm gonna have to look through the map. Fire and Life. Which one is it? Here? No, that's Keystone. Yeah, zoom out, perhaps. Down there? California Fire and Life. Yeah, there we go. Remains to be seen if they're gonna let me go there, even though I'm not supposed, technically, to go back there. But I forgot something.
Sam's taking me out to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Which one's my desk? Upstairs, maybe?
Which is it, girls? Bing Crosby or Frank Sinatra? I knew it wasn't safe
Oh.
anymore.
You look at this clown.
That seat looks comfy.
I was married by a judge. Should have asked the jury. Having a season.
You okay, buddy? How's it hanging?
Fuck you.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Mm,
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice, really.
where is my desk? And by the way, this looks like a transparent door. There's a door missing, seats missing. What else? Okay, well, it doesn't look like I can go back to my desk, I suppose. Unless it's somewhere here in the back.
What's this bunkum?
Up there maybe.
Wrinkled was not one of the things I wanted to be.
Francis Brown, no, that's not it. No. Which one's mine?
I don't know what makes you so sweet.
Ah, there.
You are a modest little person. Did much to me.
No, okay. Or maybe it disappeared. Maybe I was only supposed to get it before and now it's too late. Because apparently her phone number was supposed to be on my desk, but now I'm not so sure. Ah, but there it is. No, okay, never mind.
I'll be in touch.
Well, this could be important for later, so... Okay. We're going back.
Are you liquored up?
I didn't come to California to be
When is
obsessed
America
with
gonna
you.
understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving.
Okay.
Drunk, mister? Just crap.
I'm gonna be flagged for copyright infringement again for those 5 seconds.
Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. The housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since '41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kinda hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at
You don't
Wilton,
say.
Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Well, hop the fence. Nay. Screening room, okay. Too quick, too quick, too quick, too quick. Okay, no, this is the focus.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, editor of the Times. Doctor. District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition.
It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry.
Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a
It's very convenient that they had a camera filming them.
Public housing is tantamount to
And multiple cameras from the looks of it.
That's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds by the
with all the cuts going on, and someone edited the whole thing into one reel.
They're all being built with government money. The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Of course, Curtis. So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. Takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders
What's
and
that?
businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our
Bop.
latest investor.
I'll leave it running.
Redevelopment. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's my...
Operator, I'd be glad if you'd put me through to police dispatch.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes.
Apparently, I forgot stuff.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Luke Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks.
You get transported there automatically. There was a cutscene with one of those newspapers, but apparently I missed it. Ah, well. It's too late anyway.
And don't suppose I'll make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
Mr. Kelso? You talking to my dame?
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, Let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Can I get back to that previous location? Well, it's still letting me, so I'll try. Do, 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 do. That must be a pretty big cup of coffee. The guy still isn't back. Okay, on the pile of lumber, apparently. Was it in here? Through there, perhaps? No. Looking for a newspaper, looking for a newspaper. Where is it? Maybe it's too late. But then why do they leave the area open and for exploration? Ah.
So this is where their lumber comes from?
That seems pretty important. I was hoping the newspaper would still be here, but it may be too late already. Ah, that's not a newspaper, apparently. That's something else. Not for heavy construction. No, that must have been in the same spot, I think. Across from the previous clue. It must have been close to where I was then. Ah, yeah, here.
That's one way to keep your costs down. Too bad it won't support a roof.
Okay, next destination. Well, there's light inside.
Nice wiring job, fellas. Keep them in the dark.
Maybe they're just not done yet, but yeah, normally you don't put a... you don't put one of these unless the wiring's already been done, normally. Well. Well, then I'm back outside.
Good thing I'm not thirsty.
What do we do? What do we do? Nope. No more hints.
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
A few gaps. All right, let's dance.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Okay. They were stronger than me.
You're a worn, tough guy. You should learn to take a hint. Get him downstairs and into the trunk.
Oops. No, guys, I'm not too much into the cement shoes kind of thing. They're not fashionable enough. Hello? Is anybody there? Mr. Monroe?
Sure, he turned up all right. He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe?
Yeah, it's Mr. Monroe.
Yeah, I know a good place. Pick up a shovel and a pick on the way. It's up in the hills behind Griffith Park. We'll deal with that German bitch next.
This doesn't sound good. Oh well. You can open a trunk from the inside so easily. Oops.
Elsa.
Get in the vehicle. Cannot auto drive at this time.
Sorry, pal. Desperate times.
It's an emergency.
Monroe owns the city, owns the cops. I need to find Elsa.
Where are they? Is that the last of them?
Woohoo! Yeah, that's unfortunate though, because now I'm stuck.
Out, right now.
Thank you, friend. Could be wrong, but this one seems a bit faster. Come on. Is he gonna knock on the door and Cole will be at the door? Cole?
So you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole?
Oops.
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
So, House of Sticks. Well, it ends like that. Okay. That's a weird way to end it. Okay, just like to see it save. Well, it is saving right now.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. He's got his fire teams checking every cave. He's lost another flamethrower. He wants you to get over there and hurry them along.
Ho, boom. Weapons compass.
Sir. We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if
Okay,
it's
so
a big
that's
complex,
3
why don't we
cases
bring
left.
the Shermans in. They could pour it in there.
We
With
can't
it-
wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Two
Blow the
related to this
cave.
thing
They'll
and
skin
the
our
DLC
photos,
one in
bury
the
them.
middle.
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out. Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers. Head in! Where's who going?
The big cowboy. He's going in.
Who gave that order? You did.
Well, 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 well. A polite invitation. What's that, a dispensary?
Hello, Miss Lipton.
Or is he in his own house?
How long have you been sitting there?
Not long, Mr. Kelso.
You look lovely, Princess. You haven't exactly caught me at my best. It's okay, Miss Lichtman. I'm a big boy. I know how to take my licks.
Please, call me Elsa.
Okay, Elsa? What can I do for you?
I'd like to explain because
I can join the dots, Elsa.
Cole needs your help, Jack. The police department have frozen him out.
Look, you're obviously a brave lady, but you can't fight all Cole's battles for him.
I just wanted to apologize for...
You don't have to apologize. You were right about Elysian Fields. Tell me something. What was Lou Buckwalter's regular job?
He was a carpenter. He built sets for RKO, Warner Brothers.
Set carpenter? Perfect.
So he would have known that that wood was not to be used for building houses.
If you don't mind, Elsa, I'd like to get a little rest now. I've got a lot more dots to join, and it's making my head hurt.
That's perfectly understandable, Mr. Jack. I hope we can meet again under less dramatic circumstances.
I hope so too, Princess. I'd like that.
Who's this?
You Kelso?
Who's asking?
Peterson, assistant DA.
You're in the wrong building, Peterson. This is a hospital.
A wise guy. Let me tell you a story, Kelso.
Can I get the abridged version? My head hurts.
You're a funny guy, Jack.
What do you want, Peterson?
A colorful character mentioned your name. He said that you might know something about...
There's a problem with colorful characters, Peterson. First they send you over a drink, then they buy you dinner, then you get a phone call in the middle of the night for a favor. Try rubbing shoulders with some solid citizens.
Why is it so blurry?
They're the ones you're supposed to protect.
You finished, Kelso?
For the moment.
I'm going to run for DA, Kelso. The current administration stinks.
And you want me to help?
I'm looking for a DA's investigator. You get a gun and a badge and $120 a month.
I get $150 a month now.
I'm going after the Vice Squad, Kelso. It's going to get me elected.
I've got something better. How about Leland Monroe?
The property developer?
Do you think I fell down the stairs?
Yeah. That's exactly what I think. You look like a guy who fell down the stairs. Pay Curtis Benson a visit. Uh-huh.
Thanks for the patch-up, Princess. Might be the only R&R I get for some time.
You combat veterans have more holes than a lump of Swiss cheese. Get out of here. We don't want to see you coming in hurt again.
Not all Swiss cheese have holes, though. Okay, I'll drive there, and then it should save automatically after I get there, I would imagine. I am holding X. Why is it sending me this? Okay, it just saved automatically. I'm gonna stop here and leave the rest of the game for tomorrow then. We have this case to complete, then a DLC one, and then the final one that just wraps everything up, I guess. So, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, and until then, take care. Bye-bye.